Hi folks, Rick here. Welcome to my channel. Alright, got done racing the CRXC Bar P. Yeah, it was just great weather, a great long weekend, got a lot of camping in, had a lot of fun racing. Track unfortunately got pretty dusty on this one. They took out a lot of the field sections as much as they could there to help out, but man, it was just a dust bowl. I didn't get the best of starts, and so I got caught up in that dust, and the first lap was just terrible. I just really couldn't see anything. Other than that, the woods, it wasn't really dusty or muddy, but a lot of off-camber stuff there. I just really had a hard time getting anything going. But I just kept after it, kept pressing along, was able to win my class. So not a bad showing at all there. So happy with that. This is one of those national qualifier races. We had a lot of people out there, large turnout. I did sign up for it there, but I don't know whether I'm qualified or not. It's kind of for the senior class. They combine like B and C. So I was racing C. I won my class, so I don't know if they take a couple of each or if I'm competing against the B class, or I don't know what the deal is there. So I'll have to kind of wait and see how that goes. But either way, fun day. Hopefully the video turns out okay there. Man, it was just really difficult to see. So yeah, hope you had a good weekend as well. Take care, enjoy the video. Alright folks, we're at the CRXC Bar P. I'm racing Senior C this time. I'm going to show you a little bit of the start, and then it's going to get so dusty I'm going to skip ahead to the next lap here. So it is just unfortunately really dry out here, but they always do a good job of the track. They cut out some of the field sections there as much as they could to cut down the dust, but it's still really bad, as you can see. I don't get the best of starts, and I just get pummeled with dust. I can't see anything, and the whole first lap is just terrible. Here we go. Right now I'm about fourth. I'm coming to this corner right here. One guy gets hot and goes through the tape over there. It's just really. The other thing is not only is it dry, but it's just super slick in those areas too. So that there are a whole bunch more people got around me, and that pretty much just does it for this lap. I just can't see here at all. You can see better on the GoPro, but you can't see the ground, and there's just dips and whoops all over the place. So, you know, it's difficult to get any speed. Right here, I'm going to come out here, and I'm not even on the track. Both me and this guy here trying to figure out where the hell to go. So yeah. So this is really bad. So we'll jump ahead here, I think, in just a second. We'll start the next lap. It's still really dusty, but this whole first lap is just like this. It was just terrible, really slow going. Here I can't even see. So here we go. So I got rid of that lap. It'll still be really dusty, but you know, at least it isn't so bad. You can get a kind of idea what the track's like. So right there, I was actually in third place. I get done with this lap, I actually end up in second place, and then I really put the pressure on the next lap after that one, and I was able to come out with a win. So the other thing about this track here also is you're just on the side of the hill, so it is really off camber. So it's really rough, really off camber. You're going to see me sometimes almost coming to a dead stop, and it's just because the bike's teetering. It's so far leaning one direction or the other, but it's not too bad. It's a good track. They always put together a great track. This is a great property. It's normally 10 plus miles, but they cut it down to about 8 there just from the dust, but it's still really bad, as you can see here. This is a really tight section that we're going through here. Just trying to work my way. It's a little uphill. Again, it's leaning to the left pretty damn heavy right here. Not too bad. Now we're back out.
The other unfortunate thing here, you kind of, these open sections here, sometimes they're really smooth and you can rip, and in other races they're not. This particular race, unfortunately, they were not, so, which isn't really all bad, because a lot of times you can't see anything anyway, so this time here I could rip, but I was going downhill. Right there's a good one there. That's really slick. I almost went through that tape there on one of these laps. I think it was my first lap. You got to watch out for those things. There's just no way to stop. But you can hear me hacking already. I'll end up, I don't know where it's at, but I'll end up pulling over here. I can't even breathe. So here's a nice little section. It's all uphill. It's just greasy. You got to watch out into this turn here. You can't stop. Right here is real slick, trying to figure out how to get my tires dry again. You can see here, look at that big berm on the right side. We are just leaning way over that way. Now I'll take a little run downhill. This was a pretty good one here. It's uphill, and they got these little trenches like right there to direct the water away, but you're kind of go up on the power lines. But a lot of people went straight there on the first lap because you can't see anything. And then you're in this really rough spot right here. And again, this is a nasty off-camber section. It's all leaning to the left really bad. Some really, really rough spots in here. I got somebody here coming up behind me. Yeah. Somebody looked like they took out a tree there. Again, it's hard to tell, but this thing is really leaning to the left. You see I'm going extra slow here. I'm just trying to keep it out of the trees. That guy didn't see. So there's a pro line. I don't know why. I should have went down that way. I think that was a lot easier. This one right here sucked. It's leaning to the left, and you've got to go to the right. Otherwise, it wants to draw you right down to that tree right there. And so you got to give it the gas and then hard on the brakes right here. But I didn't have any problems, but it's a little dicey. So these kids are pushing me off to somewhere I haven't been, but it turned out to be not too bad. It's just got to pop it really good here just to get up over that little rock right there. So most of this track here, they've done a pretty good job in the woods. Here's a really rough spot right here. You can just see, just trying to pick my way through. It's really rocky underneath the dirt, so you're just trying to go through that and navigate the roots and stuff like that. It's just really tight. Here we are choking down some more dust. Tight downhill right here. So really rough right here. Again, I wish I could just. This is one of these areas I like to hit in fourth or fifth gear, but I could get about halfway into fourth is about as much as I could do on some of these straightaways. Yeah, the water sections really aren't so bad here. Just trying to keep from getting muddy. I'm just covered with dust. I don't want to get wet because you're just going to turn into a mud ball. But this section right here is actually pretty fast, but you can't see. So you look up ahead right here. You just can't see what's coming up, and there's so many ruts. You got to be mindful of it. I had a couple times there almost, hands come off the handlebars. I hit something. But we're getting a little tight. Again, it's all leaning to the right. Just try not to hit the trees with my handlebars. Now we're going to pop up this little hill right here. These things get dicey. Really rough right there, but it's not so bad. I kind of do a outside to inside, just hit it straight up, go up. Now it's kind of a little bit slow right here, and we'll take a little bit of an uphill. Just trying to find a line here where it's not jarring me to death. Now we're farther up the hill, going to go on the other side. Now we're leaning to the right. So this is another hill section. A lot of people stuck on this one. So just trying to pick my route, see who's up there. I got up on one of these, and the guy was like 90% of the way up, so I went ahead and followed him, and he got stuck right there, and I ended up sitting in the middle of the hill. Thankfully I was able to get started and get up over the darn thing. But a lot of people were struggling on these. You had to just hit them with speed. That was your only choice. They were just really rough. This one here again, it's just look at that bark coming off that tree. Everyone's you're just leaning. Can't tell you how steep these are. So I suck on this off camber there. I just not that nimble, and I keep wanting to tip over, so I go a little bit slower. So just picking my way here, trying to stay upright. Yes, this whole time we're just leaning way off to the right. We're still on the side of this big hill. Yeah, so we're going to come up to another, I think a left and go up a hill. Is it right here? Yeah, I think it's this one here. No, we get up a little bit farther here, but somebody comes up behind me. I don't hear them, and they just cut me off. Thankfully, they were going really fast, so in the end of the day, it didn't cause me any problems whatsoever. So right here, you'll see someone just sneak by me here. So this is a real rough section right here, and it kind of meets in the middle. So that there was a little dicey, but at least he stopped, checked, make sure everything was okay. But I appreciate that. But right here, we're going to go down this hill, and it's to the right, and it's off camber, and I can't see where I'm going. So it's a real bear. So this thing again, now I'm leaning way off to the left here. So it's a little dicey there until I can see where I'm going. So again, now we're on the hill again, going the other direction. So it's really hanging off to the left. Trying to get some of this dust out of the way. Again, another real tight section here. Look how slow I'm going. I'm starting to get where I've only got 3 wheels on the ground right there. It's just way off to the side there. I got somebody trying to get around me. There's just nothing I can do. So here he comes. I think that that first guy that passed me on the hill, and this guy, I think that's the first of either the A or the Pro class coming around. So they're going to start lapping. You'll start to see a bunch of fast guys starting to zoom around here pretty. It's unfortunately, it seems like they all catch me right in these straightaways, so I can't see anything. Just choke. So easing along here. We're in a little bit of a field section here. It's not too bad other than it's rough. We got just a tad bit of wind, thankfully, blowing a lot of the dust off to the side for me, so that was nice. But still, you still see bits and pieces of it there, and you just got like a fog on the ground. So right here's the big you got to watch out for. It's a big drop off and a steep uphill here. As long as you're paying attention, it's not too bad, but you don't want to miss that one. Boy, you'll go sailing right off it. It's probably about 8 feet deep. drop off right there. This one right here is another one you got to be careful with. This is downhill. It's really slick at the bottom. There's just dry, kind of gravelly dirt. So you got to be on the brakes here pretty good. And it gets into a rough spot. Yeah, so really rough area right here. It's just all really roots, a lot of buried rocks. They're not sharp rocks, they're just kind of big boulder looking things that are all on the ground. Just moving this way, trying to stay, try not to hit the darn things there, save on the body a little bit. But again, a lot of the leaders are coming around me again here, so watching out for them as much as I can. Yes, I have no clue where I'm going right here. Oh yeah, so this is a little off to the right here. It's not very well marked, but if you go to the left, it's a really steep dip. I went through it the first lap. It wasn't so bad, but I've been through that one a couple times before. It's easier to go around. So now we're in this little creek thing. You're just down in here. It's not really so bad. It's really rocky, obviously. There was a little bit more sharp rocks in here than I would like. I was a little bit leery, trying to watch out best I could, make sure I didn't cut a tire, but it's not so bad. The water's not deep, it's not muddy at all. You're just kind of sitting on the top there, just trying to pick a line's all you're trying to do on this thing here. It is kind of rough. There's a couple of big ones you got to watch out so you don't hit the bottom of your skid plate with, but not bad. Now we'll get out of this section for a little bit, and then we'll get back into it here up in a little farther along. Some couple of really tight turns here. Yes, now we're coming to this creek. This is a hard right, and there's a massive root. Look, right as at the bottom, there's a massive root sticking out right there. You got to go around that, and you're immediately in the bank. It's a difficult one to get around, but once you get through it there, now you're back into this creek bed again. It's again just washing the rocks. You can hear them banging along here, so not really wet. We do go to this creek here again. There's a right way that's got some deep tracks. This one was pretty good the last time, but it was really ruddy. The next time I went back to the right, here it's really slick. Trying to get underneath those trees. You can see there my back end's just sliding out because the tires are all wet still. Not so bad. And we got things dried off here. We'll get into a little short field section. Watching out for a lot of these ditches that are in here. All uphill here. Now we're on the side of the hill, and we're going to head back down. So you get a little slick in some of these areas. Can't get going super fast, but it's also kind of leaning off to the left a little bit. Take a little shortcut here. We're going to make a left, head downhill, then a sharp left turn. Look how wide this is right here. Everyone's missing that turn. It's really slick there as well. And a little bit of a downhill again through the trees. I got my darn lanyard somehow wrapped around my handlebars. I must have caught a branch or something. A little more water. hanging off the left, just trying to find some type of, you know, smoothness somewhere. Another one of the leaders coming by. Now I can't see again. And inhaling more dust. Yeah, just trying to see stuff here. It's unfortunate when it's like that. It's nothing you can really do. Just tough it out. Again, the Crossroads group there, they always do a good job laying out the track, and you know, they cut out a lot of the nasty stuff, but you know, can't get rid of the whole track. There's another one here. You can see, I didn't see that guy, but that's a one to easily to slide through that corner as well. You don't really see that one. I was hard on the brakes, and all of a sudden that guy came up on the left side of me. I didn't hear him at all. And I'm choking more dust. Oops. Okay, just went by that a little bit. Someone else is coming up here. There we go. Yeah. Rough stuff right here. There we go. Heading downhill again here. Again, you always got to watch out on these. It's so slick. It's a fairly tight section right in here. A lot of rocks. You can see them kind of littered all over the place there, so just trying to watch out where you're going. Checking to make sure no one else is coming. There's one guy coming up here. I think he might have had like a stock pipe on, and I went to turn and he was fixing to pass at the same time. It was like, holy cow, I pulled right in front of him. Didn't even see him there. Probably up here a little bit. Yeah, it's just, even this little fog, it just makes it to where you can't see the ruts on the ground. And there's a bunch. You know, someone else is coming up now. This is a really steep drop off right there. Only about 2 or 3 foot, but it's a steep one. I think here, yeah, this little creek right here got really deep. I'll have to see if I got it on video, but a guy hit that thing. He was coming up behind me. I let him by me so he wouldn't splash me, and he hit that thing, and it was so deep he flipped over the handlebars. So thankfully it was alright, but it got really deep. I think someone must have got in there and just dug it up or something. It wasn't bad at all that time. Yeah, just trying to see here. It's a real tight section right in here. Another one of those ones where we're on a hill, it's all leaning to the left. So, yeah, really tight section here again. I got someone else coming by me. There's a a really nasty section right here. I was gonna let this guy by, but I thought he was closer, but he's not. So taking a straight approach right here is just really rough. The left side is just, man, it's leaning off. So now he's coming up. Alright, so now we'll get back out here. It's just a real slow section here. Heading downhill. Off hill and leaning to the left. Really bad right here. Trying to stay out of these trees. Yeah, we're just on the side of this hill again. Really tight section here again. Most of the woods is that way. It's tight, rocky, and then it's you know, leaning one way or the other pretty heavy. Here we're kind of hanging off to the left. Really, really rough right here. All just rock. Just trying to stay even on the throttle, trying to pick the best spot. A lot of roots. That's all I'm doing is just trying to figure out how not to either pull a wheelie or what have you, but all worked out really well. It just keeps going here. There we go. Now we're kind of made it up to the top a little bit. Now we're kind of hanging on the side of this hill. Heading downhill a little bit now, kind of off at an angle. Navigating through some trees here. A lot of different lines, but there ain't any of them that are worth a darn. There's this guy right here.
Sorry.
I could not hear him at all. Rough patch here again. Starting to hack pretty well. Gonna get to me here in a minute. Just see how tight some of these sections are. Yeah, at this point here, I just had to stop. I could not breathe any longer. Getting a drink of water, trying to get whatever it is unstuck. This is downhill section right here. This is kind of rough, just hanging on the brakes, trying to get through it, trying not to hit something, trying to catch my breath still. Yeah, so this is a pretty good uphill here. It goes for a little while. It just was extra rough. You used to be able to really get on this one, but really got a lot of rocks. Come out on top up here on a flat spot. Still see it, just a dust hanging out there from, I don't know who it is in front of me. And it's another one here. This one's tilting off to the right pretty heavily, heading downhill. Come out to the power line road here again. This wasn't so bad. We go up here and we're going to make a slight left downhill, and it's really steep, and there's a right hand turn at the bottom there, so you got to be a little careful on there. I hit this one a little bit hot in the first lap. Right here, I got somebody coming up here. I don't want to get past in the mud pit here, so I'll let them zoom across that thing. There's a couple of rocks right there in the bottom, just trying to avoid. Patch here, a lot of rocks right there. It's kind of slick. There we go. Now we're back in the woods. Gets really rough right here. I got a few people coming by now. Let this group go here. There we go. I think that's it. Really rough section, kind of heading downhill, so it's not so bad. It's leaning to the left quite a bit, so the bigger problem than the downhill. Just trying to find a clean line, stay as smooth as I can. This one really beat me up. I didn't feel too good afterwards. Some of that I'm sure is inhaling all that dust. I didn't get smacked with a rock right here. Yeah, this is a really rough, rocky section right here. A lot of roots. Getting long uphill here again. Just trying to stay smooth best I can. There's just holes, ruts, and rocks. Just kind of can't really see it too much, but I'm doing a lot of zigzagging going up on this thing, trying to find a smooth line. tight spot there. Yeah, the ground's a little bit wet up on this hill. Not muddy at all, but man, it sure is dusty out there where the sun hits it. Through these trees here. I think we'll be coming back out on the power line road again here pretty soon, if I'm not mistaken. Heading downhill a little bit. Good size uphill here. It's kind of nice. Just can't get a ton of speed on it. Heading downhill a little bit. A couple more guys trying to get through here. Yeah, real tight as you can see. Get through some of these trees. Stalled it again. Head back down. So right here, I can't tell you, this thing is so steep and leaning so far to the left. That guy's trying to push his bike up. I can't turn. I'm trying to turn uphill. I can't get up there. It's leaning so far to the left. It's not funny. I finally get. I didn't want to run into the back of him. The other guy did hit the back of him. You just can't turn. It's so steep. And again, here I'm just trying not to tip over. Staying easy on the throttle so my back end doesn't slide out on me. It's just really bad. Try not to hit that tree. There's that leaf. I got a leaf on the GoPro. That stays with me, I think, for the whole race. It was that one or a different one. It was on there when I got back. You'll get to enjoy that here for a little while. Hopefully it doesn't screw up the focus. Alright, so here's a bank. A lot of people watching right here. It's a little tricky. You just gotta gun it. It's just, it's got a huge bunch of roots right there, and you can easily just hit your front tire and stick right there, but just pop it really good there. You'll just go up and over without any issues. And it looks like I got rid of that leaf. It comes back. I must say, when I go on the next lap, I must have caught that thing again because it was on my helmet when I got back to the truck. It's kind of funny. I was laughing. Yeah, so here we come again into the dust section. Really bad right here. I ended up taking this line. I couldn't see anything going into the woods. I don't know if anyone else was coming up behind him. I didn't hear anything, but we're coming up to the final sections here, and it's all field, and it's, oh man, it's terrible. It's rough, but yeah, you just can't see anything. unfortunately I'm getting caught by some more of the leaders coming around here again. I think I got one coming around me. Yeah, it's just choked to death right here. Dip right here. Be careful on. At least I'm in fourth. Yeah, it's just... This back section of the woods here used to be right before the finish line. They changed the track up where the start and finish is, but there's some tricky stuff in here. It's a pretty good downhill, then you gotta just be careful here as you're making that right turn. There used to be a couple of bad spots. They took them out, thankfully. This is all pretty straightforward. Actually wasn't a bad part of the track when it was all said and done, other than the dust. This section right here has one rock right before this tree that looks just like a knife blade standing up. And it was like that the whole time. I don't think anybody hit it. I think it was so ominous everyone was just avoiding that thing. Uphill and actually see something, so not too bad. Somebody coming up. Tight corner there. Of course, it's got to be angled the wrong way. It's going to be another sharp right when I come down here, and it's going to be immediately uphill. Kind of a tough turn to make. Right here.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, bad spot right there. Got around him okay. So I made a big loop right there where that dust is on the right. That's where we came out. We're just over there. You see all the campers over there. I'm camped off to the right. I think just about or to the left side of this right here, and it's just everything's just covered in dirt inside and out. Yeah, it's a really rough braking area right here. Here's a long downhill. You can actually get going really fast till the right down here about just this side of that corner. There's a couple of huge kickers you got to watch out. See that guy there taking him there. got a little bit more of a straight shot. Now I can't see anything. So right here's the starting line. This is where we came up right here. This is about the second or third turn. So something going around me here. Every time I got in this section, I think except for the last lap, I had somebody pull in front of me right here, and I never could get a good vision up on these hills coming up here. So here, I went to the left earlier, now I'm going on the track. That guy's standing there telling everyone to turn in case you can't see. But here we're going up this hill. I don't know how the heck that guy can go that fast. My teeth are jarring. I'm sitting down also, but that makes a big difference. Yeah, so a little bit more coughing and choking here. I make a couple of zigzags and we will be at the finish. So I end up coming through this one here, second place. And it kind of gave me a little bit of extra juice. It's like, you know, like a little blood in the water. It's like I don't know how far ahead first was, and I don't know how far back third place was, but I thought I'm just going to give it everything I got, and hopefully I don't get past, and maybe I can hang on to second, and maybe if I get lucky I could, you know, catch first. And as it did, I did. I ended up passing the guy in front of me. I don't remember passing him there. I don't know who I was racing with there. I just can't see that well, but yeah, ended up winning the race and all was good. And yeah, this is going to be it. This is the end of the video here. So I appreciate you if you're hanging out there, and thanks for watching. 222, 222.